Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, it's been a while since I posted any newer videos about my Mercedes-Benz. It was a winter. Now when the weather is warmer, I'm able to do little more projects. Okay, so a few days ago I discovered that my rear tires are worn out, but only from the inside of the wheel, which is telling me that I have a excessive negative camber issue on the rear. So I decided that I should get myself a little electronic level with the angle gauge so I can do some measurements. Some of you might say that you have to do it on a perfectly flat spot. Well, I did it already, and now I'm just confirming that in my case it does not matter. It's showing pretty much the same, which is okay. Let me put my camera on the ground so you can see how I'm measuring. Okay. Alright, so this is a right side wheel, which was really bad. As bad as I've seen already metal wires coming out from the edge, from the inner edge of the tire. Now this is not that tire that I'm talking about. Those are new that I replaced yesterday, and the old ones, the worn out with the exposed wires, are already been disposed, so I cannot show you how badly it was. So you have to trust me according to my measurements. Now I got this metal piece. I checked, it's pretty straight, so I'm going to put against the rim like this, and this level gauge has magnetic only on a long big side. So if I'm going to attach it like this, it's going to show me the difference between 90 degrees, which is right now 87.5 showing me. So if I will calculate, do the calculating, 90 degrees minus 87.5, that means that I have 2.5 degrees off, which is my rear wheel, right wheel, I'm sorry, facing inward 2.5 degrees, and acceptable only maximum 1.4. So now if I'm going to hold this gauge against this bracket right here, there is no magnet, as I said, it's going to be pretty much same, showing me that I have 2.6. Well, maybe I am not holding firmly enough, but 2.6 degrees off. Okay, so I know how many degrees I have on the right side rear wheel. Let's go on the left side and do same measurements. Okay, now my left side was not worn out as much as the right side, so it was little bit, but still excessive. So right now, according to this gauge, I see like 1.5, which is a little bit over than 1.4, but I'm going to flip this bracket. Maybe it's going to be more, make any difference. Well, it does not. And how about if I'm going to use it this way? So 88.4 minus 90, 1.6. So 1.5, 1.6 degrees instead of acceptable 1.2 to maximum 1.4. So I have little off, but not as much as on the right side. So I'm going to correct it both sides at the same time. As you can see, right now it's showing 1.5, 1.6. It's fluctuating because it's a digital. So how I'm going to correct this, guys? I'm going to install adjustable camber arms. As you can see, it's made by the Camber King, supposed to be made in US, that's what they're claiming. And with those camber arms, I'll be able to adjust it to more precisely, and especially on the new wheels that I installed that I don't want to damage. So let's see. I might do the main work here, but make more precise adjustment on an extremely flat surface that I can find somewhere. So I'll show you the final result. Now, after removing the wheel, this is the arm that is responsible for the camber. So if one of those bushings are worn out, this negative camber will be the issue in your case too. This is the main reason. There could be other reasons too. It could be that you have a problem with the spring. Maybe a spring is broken and you didn't see that that coil is broken on the bottom. Maybe a few other silent blocks are worn out. My car is 90,000 miles, but I drive it really hard. I mean, I'm going to through the Canadian mountains a lot, 4 or 5 times a year. So through all of the serpentines, through the mountains, I'm braking a lot, and on all of the curves. So maybe I'm assuming that this camber arm bushings are worn out in my case. So as you can see, it's not that hard to replace it. It's only 2 bolts that are holding this camber arm, which is one right here and one right there. I hope that you can see it. Just one sec. Yeah, so another one is right here. Now this one is pretty open and easy to work on, as long as you have a triple square size 12. You'll be able to remove this bolt. But now another one, it's kind of hidden behind the coil itself, and this long one might not work. So get yourself a shorter bit so you can have better access, something like this. Okay, so let me try to remove those 2 bolts and remove that arm to inspect it for worn out bushings, if it's going to be present or not. Now this bolt I remove really easy, no problem, and as far as I can see, the bushing is not that bad worn. At least it's not movable by fingers. But what I see that the rear bushing is also still functioning, otherwise it would not spring like this, as you can see. So it was attached like this. As soon as I remove the bolt, it's facing, this is how far it is from the actual hole. So which means that that bushing was tightened under the load when the car was on a flat ground. Or I will try also to tighten it in the same pretty much position as this arm right here. This way I will be able just to tighten it, and it's going to be same as under the load. So in this position, after I install the new one. I just wanted to add that if I'm moving this arm this way or try to pull out, I can feel little movement, very little, but I still can feel it with my arm. So which telling me that actual inner bushing is worn out, and that's why it was excessive camber. That's a confirmation. Now guys, the best solution that I found in my case would be the snap-on tool, not that stubby one, but there is no way to hold that socket from the behind of the spring, so I'm going to insert it and hold it with a wrench. It's a 13mm wrench, so this is the easiest way how to hold that socket and that bolt from that side, and from this side is pretty accessible with a regular wrench. Okay, so now I removed my old arm, 2 bolts as I said. I would say it's really easy procedure. I'm not sure if you're gonna see it on the camera, but there is a slight separation between the rubber bushing and the aluminum arm, and yeah, that's on both of them. And this one even worse. It's like 1mm, maybe 1.2, but I guess that's enough to destroy rear tires. Well, my tires were 50,000 miles already used, so no big deal in my case, but yeah, that's why I want to do this job on the new tires so they don't get destroyed. Okay, so 2 arms. Now I'm going to measure this against this, how much I need to adjust, and the bolt like this. So pretty much good in my case, and I'll be doing final adjustment with the wheel on a flat ground, which will not be that easy to access those nuts from the behind the wheel, but I'll do my best with the stubby wrenches to do it. Now, before you guys install, let me get lights. Okay, before you're going to install this arm here, make sure that you don't have any problems with this bracket. If the weld is still intact, in my case it's really good shape. I don't see any problems with the subframe, but if you are the owner of the same vehicle, you should receive a recall from Mercedes-Benz dealer about the rear subframe that they've been replacing free of charge, and that's like $7,000 job including parts. So I did not use my recall yet because my subframe is still in good condition, but I still have time because they warranty for 10 years, I believe, since the recall, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look at the paperwork again. But right now my problem is a camber, so, and I don't have a problem with the subframe. I'll be doing it later on, I mean replacing subframe. So let's install this arm and see how it's going to go. Now guys, pay attention before you're going to reinstall new arm, either original or aftermarket. Pay attention to those, which way it's supposed to go, because one end is going to have 2 flat surfaces on each side, and another end is going to have flat on one side and, as you can see, half moon on other side. So this half moon is actually going to the knuckle side. I hope you can see it, that it's specially made that shape, so it's going to be like an egg shape. It's going to sit there. And same with aftermarket, it's going to be flat on one side and flat on, and this half moon or egg shape is going to be on the other side. So this is really important. Okay, so again, after you did measurements, how much you needed to turn out or unscrew one side and then another side. After you did this measurement, now this one, this side that goes inside of the vehicle, closer to the differential, I'm going to tighten it and add some Loctite, because this one will not be adjusted anymore. This side, I mean, will not be adjusted. And this side I will not be adjusting anymore until I'm going to reinstall the tire and then do the final adjustment, and only then apply blue Loctite thread locker to hold those nuts in place. This one and this one, the control lock nuts. Now, before you're going to retighten this nut, make sure your rod is actually parallelly to this one, for example, because if you tighten this lock nut and this piece is sitting crooked like this or like this, it is not going to work, guys. It has to be exactly lined up with this end piece. So as a references, you can put bolt on the bottom and always measure comparably to this one, so it will not be sideways, because this shape might touch this stabilizer bar later on. So it's really important how you're going to retighten this lock nut. So I tighten a bolt on one end, and I was hoping that it's going to be exactly the same way as the original arm that is going to spring, but it's actually not springing back, it's moving up and down, even after I retighten it so good. So the difference between the original and aftermarket, that original bushing, aluminum inner bushing, is welded, I mean molded into the rubber bushing, and then it's probably molded into the arm. Well, no, the outer bushing. So outer bushing and then molded rubber and then inner bushing, and everything is molded and it's not moving because it's so the way it's done. But the aftermarket bushing is not molded, but it's pressed in. So this red will actually move inside of the housing. They could not do the same way as factory did. Maybe this is how they designed that, which is not going to have any impact, that this actual arm is going to move, that red bushing is going to move inside of the housing. When the car is driving up and down, it's going to be slight movement. I don't think it's going to have any impact, but we'll see. Later on, time will show how durable are those rubber bushings from this company, Camber King. Otherwise, if I will not like it, I can always remove it and buy original camber arms, thrust arms, and new ones, and install them. So we'll see, time will show. But this is in my case, I decided that if I'm going to have adjustable arms, I can adjust it more precisely, and I will have a longer tire life with the adjustable camber, because the actual toe is adjustable on the back, so it can be adjusted the way I need it. But the camber is not adjustable on original Mercedes. So we'll see how it's going to go. And now when I removed left side, I can also see a slight separation between the molded rubber and the outer race, let's say that. So, and that's on both ends. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but there is like 1 millimeter of separation from the inside. From the outside is okay from here, but from the bottom, from the inside of the arm, there is a slight separation. So yeah, definitely bushings were playing a little bit, and that's how those tires got worn out from the inside. So hopefully the new adjustable arms will solve this issue, and I can adjust it in the future if I detect it on time, because it might be too late before you detect that you can still save your tires. My tire was, both of my tires were like 50,000 miles worn out, so I got no complaint about that. But if that would happen on a new tires, I would be really mad, because you're paying $220 for a tire and it can get worn out because of the bushing like this. Anyway, so I'm going to continue to install left side. Left side is exactly the same, except it has a sensor, right? Or this is a traction control sensor, I believe. So this arm has to be attached with a special clamp that the company, and it just goes around the arm. A little piece like this will be connecting to that arm, to that sensor arm. So alright, so I just wanted to do one more time explanation of this adjusting arm. I guess would be pretty logical if you flip one of those ends in opposite way, because from the outside of the wheel, closer to the knuckle, it must be, this end must look like this, and if you're gonna put it the same way, as you can see this is an offset, then you're going to lose a little bit of a clearance, so the curve is not going to be the same. But if you will flip this one this way, you will have better clearance, as you can see. So that's what I am doing on this vehicle. There's no explanation, so you have to just follow kind of common sense, so you can have best clearance, even though there's lots of room on this stabilizer link. So I don't think it's that really matter, but these adjustable arms are fitting both models, 2011 body and 2012. So maybe for 2011 you will have to flip it this way, but in my case I'm going to flip this way, offset on the bottom, that goes inside of the vehicle, and from the closer to knuckle like this. So I will have a more or less same clearance. Well, I am all done with both sides, including installation of that arm for the traction control or stability control sensor. On the original arm, this ball was attached to this bracket with one bolt, as you can see, and original arm is much narrower, so this arm is kind of sitting a little bit crooked, but it does not mean that it's not going to function. There is a room to play on those swivel hinges, balls like this. Anyway, we'll see. I'll be driving to Canada in a week from now. It's a 3,000-mile trip. Tomorrow I'll be doing more precise adjustments on a flat surface, and I will not be able to record the adjustment because it's going to be with the wheels installed, and I will have to go underneath with the 2 wrenches and try to adjust it. So it's not very convenient to record it, but you can ask me questions later on, 2, 3, 4,000 miles later on, or 10,000 miles, how it feels, if there's any difference, if my tires are okay, I will let you know. I'll give you a feedback about those adjustable arms. As who knows, as I said before, maybe I will have to go back to the original design. Maybe those aftermarkets are not as good as promised. Thank you for watching, guys. God bless you, God bless America, Canada and Ukraine.